Mr. Speaker, in answer to the question, the ministry no longer has an appeals board to which teachers can lodge their appeals. There was a disciplinary staff board which was dissolved in end year 2016 because it did not comply with the constitutional authority of the permanent secretary. My ministry, like all ministries, is now bound by the disciplinary guidelines which came into effect in January 2017. These guidelines were updated in December 2018. The disciplinary guidelines aims to bring in positive discipline which requires an approach to correct behavior and ensure adherence to the civil service values and code of conduct. This we do by, 1, improving performance, improving poor performance where the employee is given an opportunity to improve through an interactive process, and ensuring that any disciplinary action which may be undertaken is prompt, transparent, fair, impartial, consistent, and made with the employee's understanding if the issue reported relates to the code of conduct. Mr. Speaker, all disciplinary processes incorporate the principle of natural justice, that procedures and any related decisions are fair and reasonable, and the employee has a right to be heard. The employee is informed of the details of the allegation in writing, is provided with the opportunity to respond to the allegations to the appointed panel, and is given the opportunity to have support person present during the investigation. Mr. Speaker, Section 127 of the Constitution empowers the permanent secretary of each ministry with the authority to appoint, remove, and institute disciplinary actions against any staff member of the ministry with agreement of the minister responsible for the ministry. The disciplinary guidelines are also aligned to this provision of the Constitution. Should an employee wish to appeal against a decision made by the permanent secretary with the agreement of the minister, he or she can appeal to the Employment Relations Tribunal or court, as the case may be. They may also seek mediation through the Ministry of Employment, Productivity and Industrial Relations. The other option available to the permanent secretary is to refer a case to the Public Service Tribunal, Disciplinary Tribunal, in line with Section 120 of the Constitution. The Public Service Disciplinary Tribunal is empowered to hear and determine disciplinary cases referred by the permanent secretary. This is complementary to the powers of the permanent secretary in that the Public Service Disciplinary Tribunal can institute other forms of disciplinary actions such as a fine or a demotion which the permanent secretary cannot institute. Mr. Speaker, when an employee wishes to appeal against a sanction, they may follow the grievance procedures under the Employment Relations Act. Any decision of the Public Service Disciplinary Tribunal is reviewable by the High Court. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.